In the kingdom of Cleavendale, nestled within the lace-trimmed hills of Needleton-on-Weave, lived Salty Sam McBrine, Cleavendale's most respected and only salt farmer. His life was simple but steady: harvest the salt, sell the salt, repeat. With his ever-patient wife Martha and their curious son Timmy, he worked the legendary brine pans of Needleton, a vast network of shallow salt pools fed by underground mineral springs. Now, the salt trade wasn't glamorous, but it was essential. People needed salt for preserving food, curing meats, and, in Cleavendale's case, magically stabilizing wayward cheeses and restless pickles, both of which had been known to escape their jars and declare tiny revolutions. One morning, as Sam approached his largest brine pan, he stopped dead in his tracks. "Martha, come look at this!" "Sam, if this is about the salt whispering again, I swear—" "No. Well, yes, but also no. Just come see." She trudged over, wiping her hands on her apron. Timmy, never one to miss an adventure, scurried behind her. When they reached the brine pan, they all froze. The salt hadn't just crystallized, it had risen into tiny, glistening sculptures. There were ducks, rabbits, even a rather unfortunate-looking salt goat missing half its face. But the centerpiece of the display was a perfect, life-size salt sculpture of Sam himself. Hands on hips, chin raised, exuding pure salt farmer authority. "Sam, why is there a salt version of you in our field?" "I don't know, but I feel like it knows too much. Dad, look." He pointed at the salt Sam's left hand, which was curled into a mocking little wave. "All right, that's unsettling." Back in the kitchen, the family sat around the table, staring at a bowl of salt as if it held answers. "I'll tell you what's happened. The salt has gained sentience." "Oh, has it?" "Aye, all these years of harvesting, of talking to the brine, maybe the salt finally, I don't know, listened. Or maybe there's something magical underground. A lost enchantment, or maybe this is an old salt curse." "A salt curse?" "Don't scoff, Martha. Cleavendale's seen cursed corsets, runaway trousers, and that one barmaid who absorbed an entire boob curse. You really think a salt curse is impossible? Fair point." That night, Sam tossed and turned in bed, plagued by visions of salt armies rising from the pans, marching in perfect formation. Then, crack! A loud shattering noise echoed from outside. Sam noticed something moving in the brine pans. Grabbing a lantern, Sam rushed outside, only to come face to face with his own salt statue. It had moved. No longer standing proudly, Salt Sam now loomed forward, arms outstretched as if reaching for something or someone. Sam's family huddled behind him. Timmy thought the salt figure looked angry, but Sam disagreed. Salt Sam raised one gleaming crystalline hand and mimicked Sam's exact movements. Was it challenging him? The salt figure nodded. Of course, Sam would be in a salt duel with himself. At dawn, the duel was set. Sam stood on one side of the largest salt pan, Salt Sam on the other. The villagers of Needleton-on-Weave gathered to watch, placing bets, drinking salted ale, and eating Martha's famous salt-crusted pies. Sam challenged Salt Sam to prove he could do the work. Salt Sam nodded, and so they began. They shoveled, they raked, they harvested. Salt Sam matched Sam's every move, the villagers gasping at the impeccable salt form. Martha was impressed, realizing Salt Sam was too good. She worried that Sam's own arrogance had finally made a competitor. Timmy suggested hiring Salt Sam. Sam paused. Salt Sam paused. Then, in a single, deliberate movement, Salt Sam took off his crystalline salt hat, held it to his chest, and bowed. A respectful silence fell. Then Martha clapped. The villagers followed. And thus, Salt Sam McBrine II was officially welcomed as Needleton-on-Weave's first-ever salt assistant. Salt Sam now works on the farm, perfectly harvesting salt every morning before dissolving back into the brine at night. The farm tripled its output, Martha's Cafe became famous, and Timmy wrote a best-selling book called The Sentient Salt Saga. And as for Sam, well, sometimes he catches Salt Sam smirking at him from across the field, and Sam wonders, did he really win?